Hey, good evening, everybody. Coach Pete here. I'm going to get a lot of questions. It happened today at the gym, actually multiple times, in regard to, oh, when can I look like you, and how do I look like you, and which is all well and good, and nice and complimentary and everything, but really want to help people to become their best and reach their peak performance. So one of the questions that comes up with that is, well, what are you taking? What supplements are you taking? So I just wanted to cover with you guys some of the supplements that I do take, and I say some because they're not all here tonight. I've run out of some things, but so I wanted to go over some of them and why I take them. There's not one particular company that I love. I kind of use a mix and match of a few different companies. Sometimes even what's on sale, to be honest, but they're all good quality stuff. So I want to start off with one from Purity Products, great company, very, very high quality. And this is a Krill Omega, very strong, powerful omega-3 blend of krill oil, fish oil, and also has 1,000 IUs of vitamin D. So I take this for the obvious reasons of cardiovascular health, keeping the triglyceride count correct, LDLs low, HDLs high, but also for my joints. I still pound weight. It's going to be 50 in about 2 weeks. Had a max effort day today. I do have arthritis, so I believe that this really helps my joints, and especially this powerful krill omega blend from Purity Products. So fish oil, number one on the list. It says to take 2 a day. I actually take 4. So my dose is double what the recommended is. Again, that's just what I do, telling you guys, what I do. Okay, next up is one of my favorites to help with the immune system, keep the immune system strong. Seems like everybody today is vitamin D deficient. We just don't get enough sun in the Northeast. The sun has gotten a bad rap lately. Obviously, skin cancer, overexposure we know is not good. But 15 minutes in the sun we've found out to be really good to get some vitamin D. So in the meantime, I take vitamin D3, 5,000 IUs a day. That's a definite staple. Here's one that has really helped me, I believe, as far as my arthritis in my shoulders. I've been playing sports since I'm 8 years old, so literally all my life, and lifting weights since I was 13 years old, so almost all my life. And I've just worn myself out, worn my shoulders out, I should say, worn the joints out. But ashwagandha helps with that inflammatory response, I've noticed. I take 2,000 milligrams a day, either in pill form. I also do use it in powder form to put in smoothies and things like that. It's just that obviously it's a little bit of a grassy, very kind of potent flavor and smell to it. So depending on what kind of a smoothie you're taking, you might want to go with the capsule form, which then doesn't have that grassy kind of strong odor to it. But ashwagandha, 2,000 milligrams a day to help with that inflammatory response has really been awesome, and the stress and mood response as well. Okay, so speaking of the ashwagandha for a moment, with the inflammation and the stress response and mood response, I noticed before I started taking ashwagandha that I had really severe pain in doing certain exercises. Certainly bench press was becoming an exercise that I thought my days might be numbered and wasn't going to be able to do that anymore. I dipped a little bit into CrossFit, so doing kipping, or learning how to kip, I should say, was really painful. And started taking ashwagandha, noticing started getting better, but then was recommended to take turmeric. And I think it's when I added these combinations of ashwagandha, turmeric, and one other awesome one, ginger, and sort of put these two together, the turmeric with the ginger, and then the ashwagandha, is when I really started to notice this inflammatory response decrease. And as a result, I'm enjoying, again, benching and incline benching, decline benching. I've learned how to kip and can do toe to bar and can do kipping pull-ups now, and things like chest to bar that I'm not really good at doing handstand push-ups, but at least I can hold myself in that upside down vertical position, whereas in the beginning I couldn't even do it because of the pain. And since putting in turmeric and ginger, it's really made a massive difference. I like to mix these two at night. I'm on a high carb diet. That's maybe another subject for a different video, but just briefly, I'm on a high carb diet because I'm interested in performance, still competing in powerlifting, CrossFit, and hopefully soon to be a track 200 meter and 100 meter event. So I eat very high carbs. So what I do at night is I'll take applesauce, organic applesauce, my ginger, 1 tablespoon with 5 teaspoons of turmeric. Put the ginger and turmeric into the organic applesauce, add some cinnamon to that, sometimes the ashwagandha into that also, and I make a nice applesauce with these herbs in there. And I have that before I go to bed. It's kind of a sweet, spicy mix before bed. Carb loads me for the early morning workout the next day, and great, as I said, inflammatory response. Joints feel good, and I'm ready to go the next day. Okay, so I know these aren't supplements, but I want to put them up here and discuss them very briefly anyway, because they're a major part of my diet, of both staying strong and staying lean at the same time. So one of them is my all-time favorite, organic extra virgin olive oil. Again, I know it's not a supplement, it's a food, but it's a really, really powerful antioxidant, full of awesome polyphenols that help, again, with cholesterol management, keeping our joints lubricated, and is just overall really, really good for you and a really good source of good fats. So I use a lot of olive oil, more so than I might recommend to most people. I pretty much put olive oil on everything. You have to find the right balance for you if you're on a macro-based diet. And you're working with your nutrition coach to figure out, how many grams of fat you're eating and where olive oil fits in and how much, etc. But highly recommend it as far as all of its major health benefits. One of my favorite anti-aging doctors to listen to, Dr. Stephen Gundy, if you want to check him out. I love what he says about olive oil. Dr. Gundy says the only purpose of food is to get olive oil into your mouth. In other words, to put olive oil on top of your food and in your food and cook with it so that you can get more olive oil in your diet. Okay, sorry, I think I said Dr. Gundy. It's actually Gundry, Gundry, Dr. Stephen Gundry. Next is collagen protein, and I like this Ancient Nutrition by Dr. Josh Axe, or Vital, V-I-T-A-L, collagen. But collagen, good for the hair, skin, nails, bones, good for the joints also. This is my go-to source of protein supplements. It's probably the #1 supplement question that I get asked by my high school athletes is, "Oh, coach, what kind of protein should I take? What should I take? Should I take whey?" And I try to get them started right away on a collagen protein, to be honest. For one, there's no sweeteners. I've done Whole30 at least 3 times in the past, which is obviously no sweeteners and no sugar in the diet, if you know anything about Whole30, and I've really kind of almost adopted the Whole30 lifestyle. So I use this because there are no sweeteners in it, aside from all of the health benefits in regard to hair, skin, nails, and joints, etc. Last one that's not a supplement but a food, coffee. Live on coffee, and a lot of it. Again, like the olive oil, polyphenols, antioxidants, but you got to avoid the sweeteners. So drink up, enjoy your coffee. As long as you're a fast metabolizer of caffeine, there are fast and slow metabolizers of caffeine. Not going to get into that. You can look that up yourself, and then kind of determine if you're a fast or slow metabolizer. But drink it black, drink it hot, drink it cold, but polyphenols, antioxidants, really good. So here's 3 foods to live off of. Again, they're not necessarily supplements, but they're really important. Next up, I saved for last because these are kind of fun ones. Men want to be healthy, they want to be strong, they want to look good, and they want to have a good libido. So you can check these things out to double check their effectiveness. I like the website Examine. Check out Kamal at Examine. They give a lot of good research in regard to things like maca, horny goatweed, Asian ginseng, Tongkat Ali, and there's controversy surrounding these things. You know, whether they work, they don't work. A lot of anti-aging doctors, an HRT specialist will say they don't. I like them. I use them. Thank God. I have a very good libido and a great sex life. So I think they work. So I'm showing you what I use. So this one is horny goatweed by Nature's Craft. It's got some other things in it, like I mentioned, like maca and Tongkat Ali. And then this one is Male Vitality by Herb Farm, which is primarily made up of maca and Asian ginseng. So I like these two products for men 30 plus, but even in their 20s, you know, if you're kind of out of shape and overweight and maybe having a low libido, low testosterone problem, it's a good place to start. They're safe. Again, check out all of these herbs before you use them. The best place to do that is on Examine website, and you can see a lot of the research there. Okay, so that's it. I'm just going to give you a quick summary. Vitamin D for immunity and immune health. Vitamin C is not shown. In the winter, I use that. Fish oil, or in this case, krill oil for cardiovascular health. Good triglyceride ratio and joints. Ashwagandha for mood, stress management, as well as anti-inflammatory. Turmeric and ginger to protect those joints and also to reduce inflammation. This is ashwagandha, the one in a powder form, one in a pill form. Not supplements, but really important to the diet to be strong, lean, and healthy. Good fats, organic, extra virgin olive oil, collagen, protein, coffee. Don't add sugar, please. And even if you could, try to avoid the sweeteners. I also avoid dairy, so unsweetened almond milk, coconut milk, stuff like that. And then maca for men's health, men's vitality, Asian ginseng, Tongkat Ali. Again, check these things out at Examine if you want to know more about them. There's controversy. They work, they don't work. They're all safe as far as I'm concerned. But, you know, a lot of HRT docs say they don't work. So if you want to check them out yourself, but they work for me. As I mentioned, thank God I have a high libido and a good sex life. I think they work. I use them. So I'm just pointing them out to you guys. Good luck and keep training.